Hi everyone, in this video we're going to look at proving the quadratic formula. Now if you're not interested in this, then feel free to skip it and go straight to the next video where I use the quadratic formula. But the point of proving it is just so that you have that deep understanding about why it works. So to start off with, we'll start by writing out a generic quadratic formula which has coefficients a, b and c, and it's equal to 0. And what we're going to do here is start by completing the square. So in order to complete the square, we'll have to start by dividing through on both sides by a, and that gives us x squared plus b over ax plus c over a equals 0. So now that we've got it in this form, we can complete the square. So when we complete the square, we take the first bit and half the coefficient of the second bit. So b over a divided by 2 would be b over 2a, and we don't need to write x in there. So I've got that squared. And we have to think about what would happen when we square that and what we'd have to subtract off. So we'd have to subtract off b squared over 4a squared. So in other words, when we expand out that set of brackets, we would have this coefficient at the end that we'd need to get rid of. Okay, and we've still got plus c over a at the end. Okay, so looking at c over a, so we'll just leave the rest the same at the moment, and b squared over 4a squared. So c over a, we need to get that into a common denominator, so we need to times top and bottom by 4a. So that would mean we have plus 4ac on the top, and we'd have 4a squared on the bottom. And so now we can add the tops. So we've got x plus b over 2a squared, and then we'd have minus b squared plus 4ac all over 4a squared. And that's all equal to 0. So we're going to bring that over onto the other side. So we've got x plus b over 2a squared equals b squared plus 4ac all over 4a squared. So now we're going to take the square root of both sides, and that's going to give us x plus b over 2a equals, and we're going to have square root b squared plus 4ac all over square root of 4 is 2, and the square root of a squared is a, so we've got 2a on the bottom. And of course that's going to be plus or minus because it's a square root. Okay, and then we're going to subtract this term from both sides, and so we end up with x equals negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. And that is our quadratic formula that we can use to solve any quadratic problem. Okay, so in my next video I'll look at applying this quadratic formula. But as far as the proof goes, that's it right there. So that's what you'd need to understand if you're really looking for that excellence level in algebra.